Hey, Ocean's 11. I have a new movie review. Have you heard of this film called The Avengers? Neither have I. I'm just kidding, of course. It's a huge hit. Matter of fact, I was even wondering, like, should I even make a review? I mean, is anybody, like, waiting for me? The guy with, like, I don't know, like, maybe roughly 1,000 viewers, like, oh, I don't know. I mean, well, is Manos going to like it? Maybe I'll wait. So, what the fuck? I still want to talk about my feelings on this. I'll keep away from the spoilers as best as I can. This is going to be a mainly non-spoiler review, because I really want you to enjoy the film as you should, really. Go see it with a nice, big, packed crowd. Try not to... It's hard, you know, there are previews all over the place, there are reviews everywhere, people posting shit everywhere. I guess it's a little hard to avoid these days, especially with such a big film. But as much as you can, please, because you really will enjoy it. And as you know, the cast is Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, Chris Evans, Captain America, Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Mark Ruffalo taking over as Bruce Banner, the Hulk, and let's see, Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson, and joining the fun this time is Colby Smulders as Maria Hill, which is interesting. It's fun to see that character all of a sudden in live action. Now, of course, this was written and co-written by Joss Whedon and directed by Mr. Whedon himself. Now, let's see. We should probably get to the story first, and of course, this has been slowly put together over the last few years in the films, and Loki has been pushed out of Asgard, kind of banished from Asgard since the Thor film, and he has found new allies, some mysterious alien army force guy grouping stuff, and he has come to Earth with the Cosmic Cube, the Tesseract or something like that, and he's trying to open a door to bring all his army alien buddies to attack and take over, so he can, you know, have a kingdom to rule, since that Asgard thing didn't work out so well for him. I think that's kind of it. And then our heroes are gathered together by S.H.I.E.L.D., Samuel Jackson's S.H.I.E.L.D., because he realizes this is going to be a real big mess, and I have to make a Hail Mary move right here. So he does his best to get Captain America and Iron Man, as well as the Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. Well, actually, Hawkeye is taken hostage, kind of, in a way, and at the beginning. So he's brainwashed by Loki through half of the film, which is kind of an interesting, cool way of playing around with comic book continuity, because when he first came out, he was a villain, and then he eventually switched over. So, much like Black Widow, but we can't stay that close. And what I think also is, the original Avengers comic, did have Loki as the villain. Now, of course, this is, the circumstances are a little bit different. In the comic, he was like, well, there's all these heroes here. I better kill them all before they get me. And then he ended up kind of accidentally creating his own worst enemy, the Avengers. In this case, they're trying to form, to stop him. And, wow, this is amazing film, actually. The script is just pitch perfect. This is classic, perfect Joss Whedon scripting, because he finds the exact right tone between what is serious and what is humorous, and in just such intelligent ways, too, which is really exciting. The same stuff you see a whole bunch of shitty summer movies do, like, what a lot of Michael Bay movies do. But he does it so easily, with such great talent he has, that this is what all these films are supposed to be like. Let's see, the characters. Of course, we're picking up where we left off with Captain America. He is now stuck in the present, and he's kind of pissed off and feeling like a little bit of, lost, really. It's like, what am I going to do? I mean, he's lost so much time. People cared about are now dead. And and you know, he can't really relate to this world, you know, or at least instantly. So you know, he's trying to find a new place. And of course, you know, Nick Fury gives him that chance. Now, Iron Man didn't really want to be in the Avengers, but he's called back because they really do need his talents for this. By the way, on a side note, I love the relationship between him and Pepper Potts, and it's only a small bit in this film, but I really love seeing them kind of just together, and you just see kind of maybe a daily picture of their lives, and it's so well thought of and so mature and just well done. Usually in these movies, you just see them get together, and you know, you assume they probably have a relationship or something like that. But now you get to see a relationship in a movie, and it's really smartly done. The Thor Loki storyline, particularly their first scene together, is so great. I love that exchange of dialogue where Loki like asks him, "Did you even mourn for me?" And Thor said, "We all mourn for you." God, that's such great shit. And of course, Mark Ruffalo. There was a lot of like speculation, like what it was going to be like. Now, I really do think that he did a wonderful job of playing like sort of like in a weird way this damaged soul that it just is doing his best to hang on, and he plays him very vulnerable, but he also kinds of play him a little scary as well. That he could just turn like that, and he actually does in the film. And Scarlett Johansson is wonderful. She finally gets a chance to really kind of cut loose with this character. And Whedon does what he does best with female characters, is drop all, you know, the bullshit that a lot of writers do and just write a good character. And I'm not going to say anything really what gives away any scenes, but a couple of scenes, Whedon does what he does best, where he has the girl like in trouble, and oh wait, that was where she wanted to be, and she knew what she was doing all along. Holy shit. Really well done. And Scarlett Johansson just, you know, plays the hell out of this. And this is the 4th time Scarlett Johansson has been in a comic book movie. Yeah, that's right. Ghost World, The Spirit, Iron Man 2, and now this. Holy crap. That's a good resume. And she just has... There's something I like about her. She's almost kind of got this old school, old Hollywood kind of persona that she puts in film. She has such a smoldering kind of like delivery in a lot of her lines, and it's I feel like she, you know, has had to just grow into, you know, this, because, you know, a lot of young girls, you know, aren't that kind of character. So it's kind of fun watching her become older, playing these kind of roles, and I hope we'll see her doing more shit like this. And Jeremy Renner, of course, he didn't have much because, well, I mean, geez, we have all these other characters, and we're just getting to know you. But he does some wonderful stuff here, and the way everything's tied in together. I mean, you know, the way Iron Man and Captain America and the Hulk, as well as Thor, are all brought together, and his reasoning for wanting to get back Loki is very, very, very personal, and so smartly done. And everything is really well balanced, too, which is one of the things I liked. There's a lot of things that Whedon has, he's juggling, and it all just seems perfect together. There is no... I don't get any sense that anything is here for padding. There's no dance numbers. I don't get the sense that anything's really cut, like the theatrical versions of Watchmen and Daredevil, where you go, whoa, 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 did I miss a scene? Did I take a piss and just forget? No, I'm really, really floored by the craftsmanship of this film. And, let's see, well, and also tons of cool geek stuff as well, like, oh man, God, you know, I have to say, you know, it's just stupid small stuff, like, you know, seeing Project Pegasus, and, you know, the Coulson's cards from his Captain America set is very touching. And I love little moments, like, I mean, like him telling Captain America we you know, need a little bit of old-fashioned, as well as, geez, like, the scene where I don't want, man, I don't want to give that away. That's a really good scene. I want to give that away. That's too funny. There's a couple of moments at the end. There's two post-credit scenes. Don't just get up after you see that first one and go, oh, okay, I've seen it. I've been smart to hang out. And then you leave. No. Stay for the entire fucking credit sequence. Because I actually think the second one is personally more funny. But I can't get enough of this movie. Now, to sum up, I have to say that this film is just perfect entertainment. This is a great movie to go with a crowd and laugh and shriek, and you know, it really is the roller coaster ride. They always say, "Oh, this is a roller coaster ride." No, this is really a roller coaster ride. And I have heard some people, I guess, doing their best to try and come up with something to criticize, and the fact that I've heard people say that, oh, the film isn't deep enough. Fuck that. That is the stupidest criticism. That's someone trying to sound smart, really. There are some moments, there are some undertones about what people do with power. And, you know, of course, that's obvious in what Loki is doing, but it's also about what S.H.I.E.L.D. is doing as well. And how, yeah, I can't really give away a couple of scenes, but it does remark about that, and what it means to have heroes and symbolism versus kind of the cynical truth behind, you know, those kind of symbols and what it means to people. But still, at the same time, the optimism isn't faked either. It's a very realistic, balanced film on how things are done politically. So, yeah, that's there, but you know, at the same time, it doesn't get in the way of the super cool, fun action, and the super cool, fun action doesn't get in the way of anything that's really serious. But it's mainly a fun popcorn movie, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, for God's sakes, Raiders of the Lost Ark, what's that big, cool, dark, underlining message of that film? What, Nazis are bad? Yeah, thanks, we already knew in 1980. Or you know, the Star Wars movies, you know, something like that. It's okay to just have fun, and just to watch these films come together, it is just amazing. This could have not worked. I mean, they've been doing this since 2008, and they've like rolled up all these plots and put it into a movie. I can't think of another movie like this from Hollywood outside of House of Frankenstein, which is like, what, 1950? It could have not worked, but it's worked very well. Not just, you know, at the box office, but artistically on the screen. And what's cool is you can walk into this film and not have seen those films and still enjoy this movie. But if you do see all these movies, it does give you kind of a lot of reference and a lot of backstory that actually, you know, maybe it does save the film some time, that they don't have to overly explain anything. And that's one of the advantages of all these characters meeting for the first time, is they can give exposition to each other, and, you know, instead of like bringing some new character in to, you know, listen to all this shit. So, oh boy, I mean, this is great. This film is amazing. It is good. It is Star Wars New Hope good. With the only difference is its prequels are good. Push the button, Lindsay.